Welcome back to this week's edition of Yes Weekly. We have the new edition on stands now. We're really excited. We're going to have Daniel tell us about his stories in Winston-Salem.
Sure, Whitney. Well, Monday night was Winston-Salem City Council meeting, and at the meeting they actually voted to put a $139.2 million bond referendum on the November ballot. And it includes things like sidewalks and street repairs, parks and recreation improvements, economic development. So they passed that at the meeting, and that was interesting. And then for my other story, I spent a little bit of time with Richard Miller, a realtor in Winston-Salem, and he showed me some of his properties that have actually been vandalized. He's had a lot of air conditioners stripped out of his homes for the past several years. So he was telling me about that, and I also spoke with the police about how the trend sort of fluctuates based on the price of copper. So it was definitely interesting to learn about.
Very cool. This week I'm looking at the question, is Greensboro cool? Now I grew up here and Greensboro had a definite uncool reputation when I grew up. But since I've been back, I see all these groups that are doing these really cool things, and the city does seem to be changing. So what I did this week is I crunched the numbers. I looked at what millennials and the creative class want, and I looked and see how Greensboro measures up. So I handed out some grades, and if I was too strict, let me know online. I also looked into, on Monday night, the city voted to hand over Cascade Saloon at a price to Preservation Greensboro. There was some debate about what the cheaper option was. This saloon is over 120 years old. Preservation Greensboro is happy to have it. Some council members think we should have moved in a different direction. So read it, decide for yourself. Daniel, and we all saw your pictures this week. I know you went to have some yummy pies, and we're all very jealous.
Oh my goodness, oh, it was so good, Whitney. You have to check this place out if you haven't gone. It's up on Pisgah Church Road at the corner of Pisgah Church and Elm, a place called Cherry Pit Cafe. And they've got like a dozen different kinds of pie. They've got cherry pie, which is what they specialize in, pecan, anything you can think of. And they've got regular food too, so you can grab dinner and then grab pie while you're there, or grab it to go. So I definitely recommend it.
Very exciting. For Visions, I checked out Green Hill Gallery. They have an exhibit where 4 different NC photographers went to China. They took some photographs, and you kind of see China a new way through a North Carolinian's eyes. Ryan, our music writer, went to Steely Dan show. This was their first time in North Carolina. They are a 1970s pop jazz icon band. So for fans of Steely Dan, you'll definitely want to check out some photos and some of his reaction to that. Mark Berger, our film critic, he reviewed the new sci-fi action movie Guardians of the Galaxy. He also looked at the new movie with Scarlett Johansson called Lucy. It's kind of like the female version of Limitless, where Scarlett Johansson's character gets super smart. Then he looked at the Richard Linklater film that a lot of people are excited about called Boyhood. It took 12 years to film this. He followed the actors over the course of 12 years, and it's just an intimate look at suburban life of a family. And then Lanice, our drama writer, she did something cool this week. She went to an event called The World's Newest Play. I guess it's kind of like the 48-hour film project, where dozens of actors came and they had 14 hours to write 3 new plays, and it's all about, in a crunch time, how does your creativity come out? So lots of great stuff in this issue. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you next week.